Hey, my name's Crystal, and there's been a little bit of interest in this Grieving Moms group that I'm trying to put together. And so I thought I'd just like give you a face and a little bit of information, and then I'm happy to do a phone call as well. But basically, my name's Crystal. I'm speaking from my bed. After work, I'm a therapist, and 2.5 years ago, my oldest daughter, Jenna, was driving back to college and was killed in a car accident right after we spent Christmas together. And so as a therapist, I felt like I did have some education and some pieces that might have helped, but I found myself like not being able to move very much, and I still haven't. I used to exercise a lot, and it's been 2.5 years. So because of Jenna and my journey, I came across a organization called eMotion, and it's like exercise and movement within a community of grievers, and it's put together by a woman named Myra who lost her daughter as well. And so basically what it is she found after her daughter Javi died that she gathered with some other grievers and friends, and they decided to do 8 weeks training for a marathon in Javi's name. And that's paint. I've been painting. So they did. They got together once a week, and they talked and grieved and moved together, and then did this marathon at the end. Well, she did some research around it, and Joanne Cacciatore, who I went through training, that's how I discovered this, of my grief training for my clients, helped her develop this organization called eMotion, and they took it nationwide. So it's just volunteer if someone wants to start one, which I decided to do that. And we open a group up to about 10 to 12, and it can be any kind of grief, but for my group, I decided to do grieving mothers only. And I am not a runner, so we're not doing a marathon. I thought about just maybe walking. Some groups walk, some groups swim, like there's different, just basically some movement. And then at the very end of 8 weeks, the program is to do something together that's like kind of a bigger deal. And so I thought, let's do it towards the end of September. That's my daughter. It would have been her 26th birthday. And so towards the end of September, there's a handful of us that are going to gather. And if you have this link, you're maybe someone who's interested as well. Any levels of fitness are invited. Any mother who's lost a child at any age is invited. And we gathered together, and I thought we would just do some hiking, and I mean pretty easy hiking. So probably Santan Mountain, because I'm in the East Valley, and Thursday evenings we'll meet. And then I thought after we do that for 8 weeks, kind of doing it in the honor of our child that lost, we will start with some education pieces about grief just for a few minutes, and then we will be off and start walking, honoring our children and honoring our grief, frankly. And so that's the plan. And then I thought at the end of the 8 weeks, we could go on like a nicer hike than one locally here. So if you're interested, let me know. And what I'll do is I'm going to schedule a Zoom call with all of us as it gets closer to the end of September. And let's just introduce ourselves, and I will help lead this group. Now you heard about my daughter. I would love to hear about your child and your journey. I'm always a welcome place to share any of that or memories, or if you don't want to share, just come and move with us.